Hey guys, hope you guys are having an amazing day today. In today's video, I just wanted to give a quick little update on Jackson's progress from the transition from a big house into a small apartment right now that we are in. Hi Jackson. It's probably been, wow, actually a month and a half since being in this apartment, and I think I've talked about this in a past video that the transition was not that great for Jackson. Like, he grew up with a ton of people, my family around him constantly. Someone was always in the house, and him being a pandemic puppy, of course, there was always someone by him 24/7. Fast forward to, again, the past month and a half, I would actually have to go out of the apartment. No one else is here with me, so there are times where Jackson had to be, again, in this space, this small space, I would say, all by himself. And again, the transition wasn't that easy. But again, guys, I wanted to give this update because Jackson has gotten a lot better with being alone. And if you guys don't remember Jackson, I think I talked about this in a previous video. Every time I would leave the apartment, Jackson would bark for like a good 5 minutes. I would walk down my hallway to the elevator and he would still be barking even while I was waiting for the elevator to come to my floor. And it was that bad that, like, it was just hard for me to even just go to the trash chute across down the hall without him barking crazily because of his separation anxiety. A month and a half later, with consistency and the techniques I use, which I will get right into, Jackson does not bark anymore. He doesn't care if I leave anymore. Maybe if he has to go bathroom, then he'll whine a little bit and say, "Take me with you." But for the most part, Jackson has actually stopped barking every time I leave the apartment, and it just amazes me because, one, I'm a first-time dog owner, and you know, this what I've been doing with consistency, and again, those two techniques that I've been doing have actually worked, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. So number one, the main thing that I would do is, if you have a TV or even just use your laptop as a speaker, go to YouTube, search dog calming music, click any 2-hour plus video of just calm music for your dog. Have that playing in the background, obviously not too loud, not too quiet, but just the right amount of volume. Turn that on, and for whatever reason, you know, I was kind of skeptical about it, but you know, it actually helped with Jackson dealing with the separation anxiety every time I left the apartment. Every time I turned on that music specifically, he would sleep a lot more, he would nap. Again, he would be a lot more calm than being frantic, being anxious, barking when I'm leaving the apartment. So that is one of the two things that I've done to kind of help with the separation anxiety moving into a new apartment. The unspoken thing that is always necessary when leaving the apartment, a little side note, is not to make it a big deal when you leave. Don't say goodbye, don't pet your dog, don't be like, oh, you know, don't get all emotional. Just pick up your keys, get your belongings, and just go. Don't even acknowledge the dog, don't even acknowledge it, don't make it a big deal, and that will lessen the separation anxiety because it actually teaches your dog that, you know, leaving is not a big deal. The second thing that I would actually do when leaving the apartment is grab a few treats, 2 or 3 of just, again, just small treats, whatever treats that you use for training or even just to give your dog. Any type of treat will do, and I actually just grab like 3 or 4, and actually, again, without acknowledging Jackson when going out, I would actually just drop it right in the front of the door and then just leave, lock the door, and then again walk down the hallway to the elevator. So I put some dog calming music. I'm playing 2K, but dog calming music on YouTube, put it on the screen there, and then I take some treats. 2 is fine for Jackson, and then put on my shoes. Again, not make a big deal. I'm not going out, but just, again, there's the door, and then basically I just put it right there and then leave. As you guys can hear or listen, there is no barking whatsoever. Usually Jackson barks immediately. And that's how you know that I have conquered the separation anxiety and he has transitioned from a house to an apartment. There you go. Back to the video. The reason why I started doing that is because one, when he was anxious and started barking and I started putting treats right in front of the door, he wouldn't bark. He would bark eventually, but first he would eat the treats, which will take him a good 30 seconds to a minute, and then he'll start barking. But again, that initial not barking when I leave was very pivotal in kind of teaching him and creating that habit of, again, you know, when I'm leaving, it's okay. It's actually rewarding when I leave. He actually gets a treat when I'm away from him. So that is, again, another thing that I have been doing, combined with the dog calming music that I definitely recommend if you are transitioning from a new place, whether it's from a house to an apartment to a house, because I know it can be very stressful for dogs, puppies, to be in a new home, a new environment. But yeah, guys, that concludes today's short video. I just wanted to share those 2 things, maybe 3. I think I said 3. I'm not quite sure, but 2 or 3 tips on how I kind of help Jackson separation anxiety and also transitioning from a house to an apartment. Let me know down below if you guys have any other tips. This is a work for us. Again, it might not work for you guys, but again, I just wanted to share that with you guys because, you know, it did help with Jackson. He doesn't bark anymore every time I leave. As a reminder, please hit that like button as it really helps in the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new here, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button too, as it really means a lot to Jackson and me. Tell your dogs you love them. Jackson, I love you. Thank you guys for watching and have an amazing day.